Right, it's the end of Union Turn 5. They've got a decent momentum there on that. McDowell decided he's got weighter numbers and he's going to go for the big push. So over on his right flank he's sent Wilcox's brigade and Porter's brigade to attack that flank. They're not quite in musket range yet. He's also sent Burnside's brigade to follow up and form a line behind them and go into the battle as well. These two are going to be slowed down a bit because they're on in rough terrain. On this flank he's got Franklin's brigade moving forward. Now they are within range of these dismounted cavalry. They can't fire because obviously they've just moved. Also the Union, this division, has brought up, there it is there, I'll just move that tree. They brought on their artillery specialist, so he's now removed that damage marker from that gun. It can't fire this turn because it's just been reactivated. The other cannon, they're all covered, they're all masked by advancing Union troops, so there was no cannon fire. So that's the state of play at the end of the Union Turn 5. Right, Confederates, and it's Turn 6. They too brought up their artillery specialist. You might not be able to see him behind the ridge, and so they've removed that damage marker from that artillery. It couldn't fire because it's just been reactivated. Here in the centre, can you see the artillery battery fired on this infantry and caused one hit, reducing its elan to 5. Over here, this infantry battery fired once again on Palmer's cavalry, scoring 2 hits, and has reduced this first regiment's elan to 1, so it's virtually useless now. It's going to have to be taken from the field. In other firing, this Confederate artillery infantry regiment was the only one in range. It let go a salvo and scored a massive 4 hits on this centre Union regiment, taking its elan down to 2. And the only other action was over here on the left flank, where Jeb Stuart's cavalry engaged this oncoming column of Franklin's brigade. They fired, scored 2 hits on this leading regiment, reducing its elan to 4, but the unit on the hill also fired at the front, but missed, total miss. The 3rd regiment of Jeb Stuart's cavalry is now just turned, so that next time they will hopefully be able to get a fire shot off. Unfortunately for the cavalry, they didn't mount up this time. They chose to shoot, so they are going to be within range of the Union infantry in the next turn. So that's the end of Turn 6, I think I said. Right, on Turn 7, Sherman's brigade of Tyler's division has now started to enter the field. They've come across the ford and they've been directed to this right flank. Porter's brigade and Wilcox's brigade have both advanced forward, followed now by Burnside's brigade, which has formed into line. All these artillery are masked, but out here in the front, I don't know much of that use. Out here in the middle, this artillery unit did fire and caused one hit, reducing the elan for that regiment to 5. In the American Civil War variant, as opposed to Blucher, they're not a garrison. They're not prepared in a garrison. They're just a standard infantry unit and can be dislodged just the same as any other. There's prepared and garrison doesn't work in this. This division, I forgot about this division. The Howard's brigade, they've advanced further up the road, but they haven't deployed into line. They've decided to ignore the rough ground and just stay in a long column. So there is a punch going in right across the centre and the right. On the left, here, Franklin's leading regiment fired and caused a hit, reducing the elan to 3 of this Confederate cavalry regiment. And also the Franklin's brigade starting to manoeuvre to go up the hill to get to finally throw these rebels off the hill, off this ridge. McDowell is keen to also be able to use the left flank. At the moment, Jeb Stuart's cavalry are causing him a problem, so he wants that left flank clearing, but there is massive assault going in on this right flank and in the centre. The Union can afford to do it. They've got, obviously, they outnumber the rebels by 3 to 1, or they will do when all the units are under 2, but at the moment they're already 2 to 1 advantage, and they need to... McDowell's corps being given this task of punching through this last-ditch defence by the Confederates to allow the rest of the army to go carry on the pursuit. So he's not messing about, he's getting stuck in, and he's going to use his weight of numbers. It's the end of turn 8, the Confederate turn. We'll start with the right flank. This artillery unit, infantry unit, fired onto this left-hand infantry unit, scoring 1 hit. The artillery fired canister, and it too scored 1 hit, so this unit is down to an elan 4. That unit's already down to elan 2, that's still full strength. Nobody else was in range here, but the artillery here fired and scored hits on what was here the leading regiment of Howard's brigade, taking it down to 2, and then the infantry opened fire with a volley and caused 2 casualties, which totally destroyed the unit. So that one Union infantry regiment is removed from the board. If I swing around a bit further, this actually, I haven't changed his dice, that should be a 3 because he's fired 3 times now. He fired once again at the cavalry, but shifted from the leading unit, which is broken anyway, to the second unit and scored 1 hit, reducing its elan to 3. And finally, down here on this flank, Jeb Stuart had the opportunity to mount up and ride away, but he didn't. Stuck to his guns. This unit opened fire. They only get 4 dice as opposed to 6, although in this case 3. He opened fire on this unit, nothing. This unit opened fire, scored 1 hit on this unit. This unit also scored 1 hit on this unit, so this unit's Iran is down to 4. So that's the position on the table at the end of Confederate turn, and that's the end of turn 8. So the Union weight on this right flank and in the centre may start to tell soon, but at the moment they're just not getting any hits on the rebels. Until they start weakening them, you know, it's not looking so good. Although of course this 3rd division now is starting to enter the field, and we'll see what happens there.